Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Wherever you are in the world today, welcome to my channel. Before I start this channel, if you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel and definitely hit that notification bell. So you guys, you know it's Black History Month. So in honor of Black History Month, I decided to get out and go research Black Americans that actually made contributions to the society, whether it's from civil rights, music, iconic, heroic actions, freedom riders, so on and so forth. So we're all gonna journey together, learn together of these famous, iconic pioneers. So you guys stay tuned, and hey you guys, let's go explore together. Madam C.J. Walker became one of the most successful African-American women entrepreneur of the 20th century, creating a line of extremely popular hair care and beauty products for African Americans. Madam C.J. Walker also helped other women succeed as an educator and philanthropist. Okay, you guys, so I made it here to the Madam C.J. Walker Museum, and I'm gonna have you guys follow me, so let's go. Madam C.J. Walker. This is actually the museum. If you guys want to come and do a tour, it is $5 a person. So if you guys want to know exactly where the Madam C.J. Walker Museum is actually located, it's actually located on the corner of Hilliard Street Northeast and Auburn Avenue, guys. So this is where it's at, right here. Once again, Hilliard Street and Auburn Avenue. And directly down here is the Madam C.J. Walker Museum on your left, guys. So you guys, we made it in. As you see, this is the lovely Madam C.J. Walker. Oh, I love the drapes. Wow. And let's see if anyone's here. Hello. Greetings. How are you? All right. I must say this is a very eclectic place you have here, sir. You care to give us just a little history of what's going on here? Because yes, sir.
I'm the curator and artistic director. This is an original Madam C.J. Walker beauty shop from the 1940s. I stumbled onto this space purely by accident. About 30 years ago, I used to travel as an international makeup artist and hairstylist for a lot of different cosmetic companies. Fashion Fair is one of them. And I also did makeup and hair for the cover of Essence magazine when they first started. So this was some time ago.
Awesome.
I was a stylist that had a salon in Atlanta 30 years ago. Back from a trip, I jumped in my little convertible, just riding around the area. I ended up on Auburn Avenue. I turned the corner, and when I looked to my left, I saw that glass that said Madam C.J. Walker Beauty Shop. Completely freaked me out. Get out of my car, walk over to the glass and start touching it. I've been watching that glass out of respect for 10 years. Just coming back to the hood, seeing if it was there, paying my respect, keep moving. Year 11, I needed a new location for my salon. I remembered that glass window. I come by, no one was here, so I asked the barber next door if he knew anything about the space. He said the Masons own the building. Check with the Masons. Their office is upstairs. So I go upstairs, space is available, so I sign the lease, get the key. When I came in to start cleaning up to prepare Reese International Salon, I started stumbling onto all these beauty tools right here. All the way to your right. We're left here. The blow dryers from the 1940s, it still works.
Wow.
This is a flat iron from the early 1900s. They were called pullers in those days. So I've been preserving all of this. When 2 years into the lease, which was 23 years ago, a black woman came to the door. She stuck her head in and said, Mr. Reese, did you know the first black radio station in America operated above this beauty shop in the 1940s? Word Radio, W-E-R-D, which is where the slang term word up comes from. It pays homage to the radio station. So all of that history was in this space.
Amazing, amazing.
So for 23 years, I've been preserving and promoting the legacy of Madam C.J. Walker and the other African American millionaire beauty pioneers that were, for the most part, erased from history. The beginning of black hair care, Annie Turnbull Malone. The first school of cosmetology for the study of black hair in North America. Walker was her student and sold her products. Another African American millionaire beauty pioneer is somewhere floating around here in a fur coat.
That's amazing.
That's Sarah Spencer Washington, Apex Beauty Products. Mr. Bronner,
Oh, wow.
the great Mr. Bronner brother, graduated from her school in this building on the second floor in the 1930s.
And this building at the second
the
floor
building
here?
that we're in.
Oh, wow.
Mr. Bronner graduated from her school. She was a millionaire beauty pioneer in competition with Walker and Turnbull.
Wow.
So all that history we've been preserving for about 23 years now.
I have a question to ask you. So I was reading up on this before I actually came here, and story has it, or the internet has it, that Madam C.J. Walker was the first black female millionaire, but I read somewhere or heard somewhere that she wasn't the first black woman millionaire as far as hair.
Yeah, you know, I could answer that question,
Okay.
but to do so would undermine the other female beauty pioneers that didn't make a million. That's why I don't focus
Right.
on that.
That's
There
understandable.
was
Good.
Rose Morgan, who was worth $500,000 in the 1940s. She's unknown because people are too locked in who's first, second, or third.
Gotcha.
The landscape of the beauty industry was quite different. There was Annie Malone, who was the first to hit the $1 million mark. Walker was her student. But there was another beauty pioneer, Sarah Spencer Washington, who was inspired by these women. And these women would not want you focusing on their dollar because they were so much more to the community.
For sure.
So it's really demeaning and disrespectful to focus on the dollar amount. But most people are caught up and become pilgrimized and are worried about who has the most money when you need to be concerned about who has the substance.
Correct.
These were Negro women of substance.
Right.
And yes, they became millionaires.
Right.
But I don't get locked into
Okay.
their millionaire status.
Right. I have another question for you. Do people actually come and rent out this space for any type of?
People, we have a young lady that does a podcast twice a month, but they rent it out for CD parties, speech with Arrested Development, did some video here.
Oh,
A
wow.
lot of people rent the space out.
I just love the vibe. It's like when you're walking into here, it's kind of like,
Own energy, so
it's like you just don't want to leave. It's like a nice chill spot. Now, the building that's beside this building, does that have any kind of history?
King's office on the
Dr. King's office on the other side of here?
The other side of the wall was King's office.
Oh, the other side of the wall. Wow. Wow.
Huh?
That's the King's office. That photo was taken on the other side of the wall. That was his office.
This photo right here.
Yeah.
Wow. So you guys, Mr. Reese just pointed out that the late and great Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. office was actually on the other side of the building of this building. Wow. And as you see, the significance of this picture right here is actually came from the other side of the wall where Dr. King's office is.
Wow.
And
So
but-
this was an empty space before.
Yeah. I mean, it was, the tools were here and some other items were here, but no one had been operating. Yeah.
And above this building was an office building, or what was it?
No.
Oh,
the
studio.
next floor was actually WERD Radio, first black radio station.
Word.
Word.
Oh, wow. It is so much history just in here.
In this building.
So you guys, I'm gonna pan around so you guys can actually see the vinyl that's in here.
The vinyl wall came as a result of, before COVID, I used to volunteer and do hair at a senior home. And then they didn't have music, so I brought music to the seniors.
Wow.
The gentleman in the picture frame, that's Isaac Mullen.
Isaac Mullen right here.
That's my client's dad. Her name is Chantel. Donated his entire collection to the museum.
Wow.
This is his entire
Yeah, this
collection.
is his entire collection.
Wow.
Wow.
So we get donations periodically. That donation behind that wall is one of my clients, Vicky and John Jackson donated that collection right there.
Wow.
It's his word. Yeah.
So Vicky and John Jackson donated this collection. So you guys, all these was actually donated to this cause, to this museum. I want to say, guys, like, if you ever down here or if you ever come to Atlanta, please come visit the Madam C.J. Walker Museum. And I must tell you, the tour charge is $5, but I want to tell you guys, definitely leave a tip and definitely donate, guys, because we got to keep the history live of legends, of icons, of pioneers, definitely of important people that made it significant for us today. Can you show me the dog? Wow. Wow.
Wonderful. I gotta get a shot of this.
Yeah.
Wow. So you guys, in back of the museum, we're heading back here where a lot of the real authentic stuff that Madam C.J. Walker, when she was alive, a lot of this stuff is from actually what she had. So the reason I said I wanted to show you guys this stuff, I just wanted you guys to show you even more of the significant stuff with colored women only. Colored waiting room. This stuff is really authentically here at this actual museum. What do you think about this museum, Danielle?
I'm like an information overload. I love it. It's
That's
so
crazy.
great. Learning so much.
This is crazy.
So much great history in here.
So let me ask you a question. When you look over here at this stuff, the color waiting room area, the color only women, what comes to your mind when you think about that? And that day of time, can you imagine living back?
You know, probably because it was somewhat normalized in our country that I wouldn't probably even think anything of it if I was a person at that time living. Not until the blinders were taken down,
Right.
and someone told me that it doesn't have to be segregated. That
Right.
we're all people together, regardless of our color of our skin. So, coming into it now that the blinders are taken down, it's eye-opening. It makes me a little sad. It makes me very appreciative of 2023, or where
Right.
we are as a country, and where we can go and where we've been. So this is our past, I'm in our present, and looking forward to see what the future holds. But you know, without this, we wouldn't be where we are today.
Right. And you guys, I also want to say, like, honestly, I want to thank Mr. Reese and his son. I mean,
Yes.
because they actually have preserved this stuff from Madam C.J. Walker from way back. Okay, you guys, so I just left the Madam C.J. Walker Museum. Now I'm actually riding around Atlanta. I want to show you guys some amazing artwork of artists or icons who made Atlanta for what it is today, so stay tuned. Congressman John Lewis. During the height of the Civil Rights Movement, from 1963 to 1996, Lewis was the chairman of the Student Nonviolent Coordinating Committee, which he helped form. This committee was largely responsible for the sit-ins and other activities of students in the struggle for civil rights. Okay, you guys, so I just made it up here off of Auburn Avenue here in Atlanta, and I wanted to show you guys this amazing John Lewis mural. So check this out, guys. So I wanted to show you this quote that was by John Lewis. This is from the March on Washington in August 28, 1963, and it reads, "I appeal to all of you to get into this great revolution that is sweeping this nation. Get in and stay in the streets of every city, every village and hamlet of this nation until true freedom comes, until the revolution of 1776 is complete." Okay, you guys, so I stopped off and I seen amazing statue of Rosa Parks. This is actually located here in Atlanta on the Georgia Tech campus. I'm walking upon these two amazing statues of Rosa Parks. Here is Rosa Parks' statue here at the age of 42 here. This is the other statue of her at the age of 92. This sculpture welcomes you to take a seat between African-American civil rights activist Rosa Parks at the ages 42 and 92, just before her death in 2005. This is a reminder of Parks' courageous commitment to justice and fairness, which gained national attention in 1955 when she refused to give up her seat on a crowded bus for a white passenger, sparking the historic Montgomery, Alabama bus boycott. So you guys, there you have it. Amazing sculptures and statues of Rosa Parks at the age of 42 and 92 here on the Georgia Tech campus. If you're ever in the Atlanta area, please drop by and come visit these amazing statues of Rosa Parks, civil rights icon. Okay, you guys, that's it for this video. I want to take the time to say thank you guys for hanging out with me. All of us shared a moment of in time at the Madam C.J. Walker Museum. I thought I knew a lot, but evidently after going into that museum, I learned so much. Hey, we all learned so much. Also, driving around Atlanta to seeing the murals, also seeing the Rosa Parks statues on the Georgia Tech campus. I just want to say, man, it just gave me hope to knowing that these people contributed to this world, this society as being Black Americans in this country. Please subscribe to my channel, guys, and definitely hit the notification bell. And always remember is to don't stop. Keep going.